Good morning, everybody. So this is the it's the next day anyway, and I told you guys last vlog that we were supposed to have a huge storm last night, which we did. It was in the middle of the night, so I really don't know how bad it was. Apparently there was a little tornado in Michigan. I don't know how far away it was, because Michigan, it could be 10 minutes away, it could be 2 hours away, you never know. So I don't know how far it was, but nonetheless I said, God, I really hope our plants hold up, the ones that I just planted, and some good news, they did. So everything is intact, everything stayed.
It was nicely watered.
It was nicely watered, actually. And now look, I thought for sure lavender was not gonna grow. And look, it's literally growing.
We probably just won't get as much as we usually would, but
it's growing. And literally I thought it wouldn't because of where it is. This is probably the best sun it's gonna get pretty much most of the day. And it's pretty shaded, and lavenders they're supposed to have more sun than that. And it's actually still growing, which is awesome. And then obviously everything else stayed intact, which was great. So I'm really happy about that. This hosta's looking phenomenal. This one's looking a little withered. Look, Carly, these are like burnt or whatever. I don't know what this is. They all look like crap. I don't know why. That sucks. Hey, the green big hostas look nice, like both of them. Look at this one though. It's all on every almost.
Maybe it's burning.
Maybe
Getting
it's
too much sun.
But these are fine. Everything else is good.
Maybe it's too much sun.
I don't know.
Maybe we can switch those with something else.
I don't know, because this one looks.
And this flower's blooming here.
Nice. Cool. That's good
Yeah,
to know.
because this one doesn't have the brown.
No, it doesn't.
So that the other hosta is getting too much.
So maybe these are better for like in there, and then you can put like actual flowers here. I like the layout though. It looks good.
We can find another green plant that can go there. Or I could put my lavender right there.
That's true.
But I know I do like it though.
I know.
It's like full.
It's true. It'd look good when the lavender was
We
growing.
can separate.
Oh, let's go look at your planter boxes. That's the one thing I did not check this morning.
I did.
Oh, they're there? That's good. I know. And the planter boxes are here. Thank God. Because I didn't know. I really was unsure about what would happen last night because the storm was pretty bad.
It doesn't look like it's wet. It didn't even.
It's a little bit wet in some areas.
I need to put some flowers here, or else they're not gonna.
Well, good news, guys. Everything held up.
I did my makeup today a little bit different. It actually looks pretty bad. I did it in the dark, and I used this tinted sunscreen, and I really don't like it. And I just put mascara on instead of fake eyelashes. Also, I know it's funny seeing her hair parted like that, but I'm trying to make it so that it will part in the middle by the time she's a toddler. I saw a bunch of hairstylists tell me to do that. I know you want the camera. You can't have the camera. She's wearing a little dress today. We're gonna go to the store and get some stuff for the backyard. I just wanna go to the store. I don't know. I wanna browse. My hair, I never wanna do my hair. You can't touch it, honey. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give her a little snack before we go. I know. And then we're gonna go. We're back from the store already because we forgot Dada went on lunch break and we wanted to see him. But we got these. We got these for $2. They were originally $6 and they're on sale for $2.
Oh yeah, because they're this small.
Josh, it's a normal serving size. You're not eating 3 in a sitting, you're eating 1.
Good move.
This will be gone overnight if I let him eat as much as he wants.
You wanna try?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I also got 5 of these just to add more lighting to the mulch garden. These are only $1.75 each, but I think half of them are broken. I don't know. Makeup looks awful today. Sorry about that. I'm really far away from the camera, but I got my new box for this week. We have some onions. This onion seems not good. Actually, a lot of these onions seem rotten. We have a pepper, tomatoes, some potatoes, lemons. I love lemons. More blackberries, some baby green leaf lettuce, more tomato, cucumbers, flour. I'm pretty sure this is a honeydew melon or a cantaloupe, one of the two. No. Asparagus, yummy. What's wrong? Okay. So I have my new Veggie Box coming today, and I need to turn on the light, wait. I have my new Veggie Box coming today, and so usually I try to use up whatever vegetables are from last week so that I have room for new vegetables. Well, I had eggplant and zucchini that I never used, so I asked ChatGPT what I should make with it, and it said ratatouille. I've never had ratatouille in my life, literally ever. Watched the movie a million times, never had it. So I'm making a version of some Ratatouille. It's basically just vegetables and tomato sauce, which I didn't know. So I have zucchini, tomato, onion, plant. I don't have even of everything, and I'm just layering it, and then I have tomato sauce at the bottom, and then I'm just gonna put it in the oven. And that's today's dinner. So, and then I'm just gonna serve it over rice, and we're gonna have a meatless dinner because we're just gonna use what we have. And this is a lot of veggies, so. What do you want? You can't have the knife. What would you like? You can't eat any of these raw. What would you like? Okay. This is the finished product. I'm going to put tin foil over it, and then I'll pop it in the oven right before dinner. Sorry about this. The ratatouille is now out of the oven. It is not authentic. It's not like anything. I just took what I had and made a version of it. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna try a bite, so it doesn't look very good. I also don't have like yellow squash and everything. Honestly, it just smells like pasta sauce with vegetables. I have to wait for this to cool off, but I have a little bit of everything on my fork, and then I'm gonna try it, but I have to wait for it to cool off a little bit because it just came out of the oven. Let's try a bite of this. I have a little bit of everything on there. It's good. If I could describe it, it literally just tastes like a vegetable pasta, which essentially that's what it is. You're putting like a pasta sauce with vegetables. It's exactly what it tastes like. It'd be very good over noodles. We're having it over rice. And then honestly, some Parmesan on that would be really good too. It really just tastes like veggie pasta. It's very good. I'm gonna do a little part 2 of the Q&A. You're gonna see me in this outfit a lot for the next 3 days because I have to do a bunch of segments to add to these vlogs because they're so boring. I know a vlog is boring when editing it is dreadful. I had so much fun editing the Easter one and the Mother's Day one because it was actually fun. These are not fun. Anyways, have you received any signs from your angel baby since your daughter was born? That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't really know, honestly. I feel like I'm not one of those people to look for signs. I'm just like, oh, that's a coincidence, or I just don't really look deep into things, so I don't think so. No. How do you get over a breakup? He cheated and left our home and I don't know how to deal. That would be a question for someone who's gone through that. I honestly have no idea. I guess my best tip would be usually there is no solution except time. Time is what heals most breakups. Breakups suck because it's like one pain that there isn't a relief for. Death and breakups are the two things that I feel are very hard to get over because there is no cure but time. And so I really don't have any advice for you, but I am praying for you and I hope everything goes well. Lavender turning 1. She is such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. She turns 1 on May 26th, but we are celebrating her birthday on May 24th because her birthday falls on a Monday. I'm pretty sure. Are you still in college? No, so I went to school for pre-health and I actually finished with President's Honor Roll. Subtle flex. But right before I gave birth to her, I think my last exam was like April 19th or something, April 18th. And then my baby shower was the next day. So I planned it that way so that I would be celebrating the fact that I graduated and then could go and do my baby shower. Any advice for me and my hubby? We've been trying to get pregnant for almost 4 years. My advice is seek help and educate yourself. If I didn't have as much education as I did from doing research on my own body, there's been a lot of times that I've had to advocate for myself. There's been times where I've had to research things and diagnose myself and they've been correct. Definitely take your own initiative. Do not just listen to doctors because a lot of the times doctors dismiss things, they overlook things, they're not educated. I literally went to the doctor and I said, I think I have silent endometriosis. And the doctor was like, why do you think you have that? You have no symptoms, you have no signs. Like, it's probably just, and you're having bad luck. And I'm like, nope, I swear I have silent endometriosis. I'm like, I've literally, there has to be a reason why I'm not conceiving. And I was right. And the doctor literally apologized when he did my surgery. He was like, wow, there was a lot more in there than I thought. I was very surprised considering you have no symptoms. I was like, I know. So my advice is like do research and study-based things. My doctor, who is Dr. Rahi Victory, who is literally one of the best fertility doctors, I think, in Canada, and honestly, I think in North America in general, but he's very famous in the infertility community, and I'm so blessed to have access to him. But he is very study and science-based, so he will not just do something if there's no science to back it up. And he looks at the results, and there's no better medical advice than ones with studies to back it up. So I highly recommend researching and advocating for yourself 100%. Did you rent out or sell the first house that you bought? I sold it. What's Lavender's first word? I think dada. I think that's a lot of babies' first word because it's just like the syllable they learn. But that was more of just like babbling. I don't think it's her actually calling Josh Dada. She says Dada, Mama. She says Appa. She says Babo, because we call him Bad Bo. She says ball, not ball, sorry. She says pop, sorry. Pop, pop, pop. She says just very little short words, but yeah. Have you lost while breastfeeding so far? So I've actually had a lot of comments on me looking like I lost weight. My doctor said it. I've had my father-in-law and mother-in-law say it. I've had comments on my pictures, comments on my videos, comments on my TikToks. And honestly, like, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I did not do anything to do this weight loss. I was just on IVF medication and pumped with hormones for so long. You guys have to remember and give me some grace. I started IVF stuff in 2022, and then had a surgery. So 2021, I had a surgery. 2022, I was getting pumped with IVF medication, which also led to another surgery. Then I was pregnant, and I still had to be on IVF medication when I was pregnant with Luca. Then I was postpartum, and then I got immediately pregnant again. And then I was postpartum and breastfeeding, which just makes you very, like, hormonally bloated also. And so I think my body's finally going back to like normal weight without hormones, kind of, I guess, influencing. I actually have been to the gym less now than I ever have in the past 4 years. I went to the gym more pregnant than I do right now. I didn't change my eating habits. I didn't change anything except the fact that I'm not pregnant and I don't have any IVF medication in me. So, I didn't really lose while breastfeeding. I would say most of my weight fell off when I stopped pumping and stopped having an oversupply and kind of just, I basically stopped having an oversupply. I stopped pumping. I only nursed her on the boob and that was it. And I lost quite a bit of weight when I stopped pumping. And then I lost, I think, more weight once she started to eat more solids, because if you guys know, breastfeeding hunger is significantly more strong than pregnancy hunger. Okay, I've been pregnant twice. I've breastfed. Breastfeeding hunger is actually sick. It's sick. I feel like I was not full for the first 5 months postpartum. I was constantly eating. I was eating like more than Josh was. It's crazy because usually he eats more than me. I eat more frequently, but he eats bigger quantities. But I think I was actually out eating him at that point. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another vlog. Bye.